My name is Colleen Bailey. I'm the Executive Director of the National Steinbeck Center in Salinas, as well as the Executive Director of YOSAL, which is the Youth Orchestra of Salinas. I was born and raised in Salinas. I have a background in arts and in education, so most of my background was actually in the education field before I got into the museum field here at the National Steinbeck Center. There are a lot of socioeconomic challenges here in Salinas especially, but all throughout Monterey County and the Salinas Valley for sure. And in the field in which I work, in the arts field, that means that very few people have access to high quality professional arts programming. And we believe here at the National Steinbeck Center that a quality of life really means that you have access to arts. That lifts your spirit. That's one of the things that keeps people moving forward in their lives and gives them inspiration, hope, and it also creates understanding between diverse cultures. So in a place like ours that has such a really diverse landscape, it's really important that, that we have something like arts and culture that bring people together, that create understanding. First, I'll speak for the National Steinbeck Center. So one of the things that we do is actually give voice to diverse communities, and we do that in multiple ways. One of the things that we do specifically is to co-curate exhibitions with the community. A great example of that is we've worked with several of the Asian communities, the Chinese, the Japanese, and the Filipino communities, where they have told their stories, brought in artifacts from their descendants, or for some of them, they're new immigrants. So they've brought artifacts that come from their home countries and have shared their personal stories with us. And then we've created beautiful exhibitions that we've invited the entire community and actually the world to come and to see and to explore in dialogue. Through the Youth Orchestra of Salinas, we're actually working with the most underserved youth in the Salinas Valley. We have over 300 students all throughout the Salinas Valley, and what we've done is gone out to create programs in the community so that children don't have to find us, we go to them. We raise the money so that every student can come to our program for free. We provide them with instruments, we provide them with what they need in terms of their clothing and so on for the program. And then we've used the music program as a way to also help them with school. We have homework help, we've created literacy programs and other arts programs for the students. So this is really an expansive program, and I think has elevated student sights and given them self-esteem and empowered them and taught them skills that they can use throughout their lifetime. One of the major challenges certainly we've faced really since 2008 is certainly the economic downturn, and arts and culture, you know, we see this in school all the time. The first cuts are always made in arts, and that's true in arts organizations such as ours. So we don't get any public funding. We are completely reliant on the community to fund us, and we have some major physical facilities that are very expensive to maintain, and so it's been a challenge to continue to do the outreach and the kind of quality programming we want to do when funding is limited. That doesn't stop us because we're determined, and I think what we've had to do is to really engage the community in relevant and meaningful ways so that people understand how important we are to their lives. And that's been one key. And the second is that we've worked in collaboration with a lot of other organizations, and not just arts organizations, but we've worked with city government, we've worked with other nonprofits, really trying to find ways that we can help them do what they need to do while we're also doing what we're meant to do and really living up to our mission. I would love to see real understanding between diverse groups, I think sometimes we put up barriers between groups, and I think we have in America especially, and certainly in places like Monterey County where we have so much diversity, it is such a strength, and I would love to see us recognize that as a strength, learn from one another, and celebrate that as a community, as as a culture, the diversity that we have and all that provides. And that means that we need to have a lot of education, and we need to have lots of opportunities for sharing our heritage, our culture, our art, our perspective, our story, because there are many connections that can be made across different cultures if we're willing to share them.